What is going on, everybody? Take two. Take two. Big up to every single one of you guys. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar, PYT. And welcome, guys, to yet another episode of the FCB show, guys. Listen, we were going to run the show earlier, guys, but listen, I was out of the house. I wasn't home, guys. I unfortunately had some stuff I had to do, guys, literally, man. So I had to reschedule the stream. Apologies for some of you guys who were waiting, guys. I wasn't actually in the house, so I couldn't even tell you guys that I wasn't even here. So big up to every single one of you guys who are here, man. Big up to every single one of you. Man like Zeer will be joining us very, very soon. But listen, man, appreciate every single one of you guys who are here. Obviously, you guys know FCB show running every single Thursday. I already see some of you guys are already in the building. Big up to you, man. Let me change this. I don't like this overlay. Give me a sec. Let me change it. No, man, this is not a cool one. No. Yeah, there we go. That one looks better. Yeah, man. Big up to every single one of you guys who are already here, man. But yeah, appreciate every single. Big up to you, Adam, man. How you doing? Listen, yeah, man. Listen, guys. Omar and Zeer should be joining us very, very soon. He's doing the heavyweight show right now. He should be joining us very, very soon. But look, listen, guys. But obviously, guys, this is FCB show where we're gonna be talking about Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Obviously, the topics we're gonna get into today are the Kingsley Coman situation. He's officially joined Al-Nassr, joining that star-studded team. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a preview of the brand new season, guys, because obviously you guys know, guys, the weekend, guys, La Liga starts this weekend. Obviously, some leagues start, like the Premier League starts tomorrow, which, by the way, Liverpool was but I plan on doing a watch along for that, so make sure you guys keep it locked in here. My like Zeer's already in the building. Pick up to my guy Zeer. Yo, Zeer, man, how you doing, bro?
Mega man, my apologies for being a little late. I was just ending the stream,
Yeah, of course.
recap a little bit of FCB show on the heavyweight one. But yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
listen, I appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for being here. Listen, man, we were both busy today, man. I was gonna do the show hella earlier today, obviously, because we started scheduling the show. But yeah, man, I went to my college. I had something important I had to do over there, man. Like it needed urgent attention.
I was dead asleep, bro. So
Yeah, man. So yeah, when you sent me that message, I was like, you know what? I was like, bro, I'm not even home. So I would have moved it. I would have moved it anyways. But yeah, man. Listen, appreciate every single one of you guys because, like you mentioned, man. Listen, Zir. I mean, bro, what's been going on, bro? Like things have been really been cooking right now at Bayern Munich and at Barcelona. I mean, especially Bayern Munich, bro. It seems like we were I feel like 2 weeks away from the end of the transfer window, and bro, we're just seeing like so many different stuff going on at your club right now, bro.
yeah. That's the first time I've been doing like streams like 3 days in a row on Bayern. Like that's how crazy it's got.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, with for example the Kingsley Coman ones, like we get here we go, then all of a sudden it's not really a here we go, and then all of a sudden now it's about to be a here we bro.
Whoa. Okay, so we're gonna start with that because I thought the here we go was already completed. Isn't it already?
Yeah. So what happened was basically news come out that the here we go was happening like the 35 million or 30 plus 5 million, whatever it is, right? But then again, the next day we get news that all of it from Kicker. But then again, I wanted to take that with a grain of salt. But then again, I didn't want to take it with a grain of salt because I know how my supervisory board operates. Yeah, and they were like, listen, apparently all of a sudden it was not a here we go because Uli Hoeneß wanted more money. He didn't approve the move. Herbal and all of them may have agreed, but Uli Hoeneß said, no.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into all of that.
And then now all of a sudden, now it's like the approval is there, and now he's going to Hong Kong for the Saudi Super Cup and the signs contract over there. Yeah. So there you go, man.
I mean, yeah, but let's get into it. Obviously, man, Kingsley Coman, man, like this brother has been at your club like since 2015, right? So he's been there like 10 years, right? And the crazy thing about Kingsley Coman's career, Kingsley Coman has a very interesting career when you really think about it, right? This guy, his whole career, he's only played for heavyweights. Like he started his career at PSG, right? And he wasn't I don't even remember. Like I don't think he was barely even at PSG too for us to even remember, right? He was there for like a little bit, and then he left, went to Juventus on a free, and then out of nowhere, he leaves PSG. He after one season, when it's funny because that season that we beat them in the Champions League final, the treble winning season, he was actually part of that team, that Juventus team. He was actually on the bench. He actually came off the bench, right? And then he joined you guys, I think that summer of 2015, right, on a
Yeah,
loan deal with an option to buy a 2-year loan deal. And he never looked back since after that. Very, very good deal. Obviously, I'm sure you got a lot of memories of him, right? Obviously, the
yeah.
Champions League final goal in 2020 obviously comes to mind. He's had his up and down moments. He had his injury record and
Mr.
everything
Lisbon.
else. But I mean, listen, bro. Like, how do you feel like? I mean, losing another attacker, bro, in this window already.
I mean, listen, I'm happy we're letting him go. Don't get it twisted. However, I'm not really happy with the value. I feel like we could have gotten more, which is why part of me didn't mind Honest, you know, not approving it until we get a better value. Like, I wouldn't have minded 40 million personally, considering it's a Nasser that we're selling to, you know.
Hmm.
But
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
no, no,
I
no,
get.
forget it. No, no, it's not even just rivalry. Saudi, like league, team, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know. But if we're letting go for the value that was initially the value that we're supposed to be letting him go for, I guess it is what it is. I don't think it's the best of sales, but at least we're letting him go, and we now try to do what we can to get another reinforcement in, or we use one of our youths or something like that. Whatever has to be done, because for me, I just feel like we're in a position now in which we have to get somebody in, or we need somebody to fill the void. Like we have Luis Diaz on the left, fine. You have obviously on the right you have Olise or Leonard Carl. On in the 10 is where I'm concerned, because yeah, Kane drops deep, but
Hmm.
Kane is supposed to be that striker, isn't he?
Right.
But yeah, anyway, he'll probably do that dropping deep. So to be fair, whoever we get as that 10 could be somebody that takes off the space of Kane's that's being left a void over there. Now, which is why I would have loved to have Voltemade, which we will talk about in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they're planning on Nkunku. Um, and they're planning on Nkunku, which, by the way, Amar, I did the League Gunner thing and making a big call, yeah? Nkunku
Mm.
is joining my club. Watch. From
Oh, is that right?
TikTok.
So,
TikTok. Happening, bro.
you're putting it out there for everyone to know.
Bro, I've been putting it out there since Voltemade thing has been moving sketchy, you know? I've been putting it out there. But now I think more than ever, because they even said they're happy that they like the fact that he can play on the wing. They like that he can play up top. They like he can play on the 10.
Mm.
So that's why they're going to
I
go
mean Bundesliga proven, I guess.
probably. But, bro, even then, man, the injury record is absolutely diabolical, bro. Today I went through all of it and it was like, damn, if that's what we get, bro, may as well be called Hospital FC, you know? Like, just keep it a stack, bro. Just keep it a stack. So yeah, listen, it's all good getting rid of Coman, but now it's about again, like the follow up. We need to get someone to replace him in. Personally, if it was up to me, I'd go for either Malik Fafana or Nusa, or even
Okay.
Fiore. I wouldn't mind Fiore. There's another one. Yeah, two of them are Bundesliga proven. Obviously, not in terms of winning the league, but Fiore's won a DFB Pokal.
Mm.
Yeah. And Nusa, I think Nusa did contribute on that too in one of the years. So like, why not? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. Look, obviously, you guys obviously got Diaz, but letting Coman go. Obviously, Sané is already gone. Musiala is out for most of the start of the first half of the season, right? That is, like, you guys are really low when it comes to attackers. Like, you guys are really running low on that. You understand what I mean, right? So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how you guys approach the rest of this transfer window. You understand what I mean, right?
Mm.
Now, obviously, we're gonna talk about the Voldemort thing later, right? But that whole situation, I've been following it recently, right? And I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely insane, right? It's absolutely insane what is going on with that. But I mean, look, I understand because I feel like Kingsley Coman was one of those guys who also I feel like for the rebuilding stage of Bayern Munich, he was one of the people that kind of had to step aside, right?
Yeah.
Like he was one of those guys as well, right? But when you look at like Al-Nassr, right, for 1 second, bro, Al-Nassr, what kind of team are they building over there, bro? Because
Loki, they're building a side. I've been saying this for the past week. The thing is, they had Hierro as director and they got rid of him
Fernando
because he
Hierro.
wasn't. Yeah. They had him as director, and they got rid of him because he was not really doing a job. And when Ronaldo signed the contract, he wanted or before he did, he wanted guarantees that they're getting top players in, that they're getting whatever. So the fact that Ronaldo signed and they weren't doing much, the club knew that we're gonna have to make a big change. So they decided that we're gonna get rid of this Hierro guy, and then they're gonna get Simao Coutinho as their director, and they got another CEO. I forgot who his name was. So
Simao. Simao.
I don't know, some guy named Simao Coutinho or something like that. They got him in as a director, and since then they've been getting the Inigo Martinez deal done, the Felix done, the now Kingsley Coman. And they still have Sadio Mane. They even have Ayman.
They have Otavio. They have
Fabio.
they
Simakan. They have Boshel and Al Ghannam, who are two good Saudi fullbacks.
Yes,
they have Bento on goal.
Yeah, bro, they have a very, very good team. They have Brozovic in the midfield, right? They have all those guys who can cook in that team. It's actually crazy.
But you know what it is? It's gonna come down to Jorge Jesus's decision making when it comes to in-game management. Because last season, the difference between us winning and losing, El Hilal I'm talking about now, was the fact that he made some odd decisions. Playing players that shouldn't be playing because of certain attitude issues that they have, or or them aging and all that stuff. If he makes that same mistake at Al-Nassr, it can cost them. But I don't think that they will be in a worse situation than they were in last season. I think they will actually be one of the teams that competes for the league. I do think so.
I completely understand that, right? And here's the thing, right? When I look at Bayern, right? Especially if we take it back to Bayern for a second, right? Now that Coman is gone, so your attacking options are Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, right? Serge Gnabry. Who else? Because Musiala is not available right now, right?
Olise, Leonard Carl, Kusi Asare.
So that's the thing. So basically, out of all, like you're mentioning youngsters, right? So if we just choose the players that you guys currently have, you have.
But some of them going to be part of the first team. But
let's be honest. Are you going to rely, but on the big occasions? Are you going to be relying?
Listen. If I had to rely on one, it would probably be Leonard Carl. I think Leonard Carl has what it takes.
In a big game. Like in the Champions League game.
Obviously, in the first big game, in a first big game, obviously he's gonna need to learn a few things experience-wise. I understand what you mean, but I feel like he has that talent to actually make it eventually. That's my point. Like if there was one that actually has the talent to actually shock a lot of people, it is Leonard Carl, bro. Yeah. If people are saying what they're saying about the likes of Gomo at Liverpool, or they're saying the likes of fucking what's his name?
No, but here's the thing. I understand.
Arsenal. Why can't I say that with Leonard Carl?
No, but this is the thing. I'm not denying. Bro, that guy.
Even you with your youngsters, you're a team filled with youngsters.
I watched your last preseason game, bro. This guy scored a fire goal from outside the box. I can see the talent. He's got the talent, bro. Don't get it twisted.
And he's cold-blooded, bro.
No, he's cold. That's the thing, bro. And here's the thing. You're right. He could be the next Musiala, bro. Because remember how Musiala just came in and just...
And he got his shirt number, by the way.
He's taking his shirt number? The number...
So 42. He took the shirt to Musiala as our new number 10, yeah.
I mean, that's very much... that's interesting. But for me, I just feel like you guys... I don't know, man. I feel like you guys are really short in your attack. I think you guys are
listen, really I'm not... Listen, I don't...
That's why this whole Valdemar thing is very interesting, because... I'm not gonna lie, Stuttgart are just acting like, at this point, I just feel like Stuttgart just acting like bitches now. I don't care, man.
Yeah. By the way, at one point,
they really are, bro. They're not, because before, you know what, right? Before you could say, okay, Bayern Munich, put the money down and pay what Stuttgart has.
Yeah, but now they
the problem is now, apparently Bayern Munich have actually responded and put the money down, and these guys are still saying, oh, we want more.
Bro, Amar, you know what I'm like, you know what? I can't even fault Bayern anymore, right? Don't get it twisted. I fault Bayern for taking all this time to get there, but where I can't really fault Bayern anymore is the fact that we actually done what they said that they want. They said if you put 65 million on the table, or around that range, yeah, we're gonna entertain conversations. We do that, and now all of a sudden, yeah, well, now we want 75 million. Yeah, we're going back on our word. Listen, I understand, stay strong and keep your player, and I've always said this. If you have backbone, respect to you, but like, there's ways in doing it, man. And I feel like the way they're doing it is just like, it's a bit sketchy, bro. But I get it. They want to keep their guy. And by the way, Voltemade is not even happy. He's not even happy with the staying at Stuttgart, but he's only doing it because he's trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. He's trying to be Mr. Professional, you know? I'll be honest, yeah. The fact, but even his agent called it out, how contradictory this whole thing is with the whole saga, right? With the Stuttgart board. And apparently it's not even their like directors, it's their supervisory board that's not approving this. I'll tell you this right now. If I'm Nick Woltemade, if I really want the Bayern move, Amar, force the move. Do what Isak's doing.
At this point, I feel like that's what he needs to do if he wants to move to Bayern.
If he doesn't do that, then it shows like, bro, do you really want that move?
And that's it. That's it, really. But we'll see what happens. But
listen, or maybe you want the move, but you don't want to be Mr. Or basically, you're not
the villain. But this is the thing, bro. If this guy's is clearly standing in the way of his dream move, that's the problem now. Because before it was like, okay, these guys are not paying. They're not paying for the asking price. You could say, well, okay, well, we put the asking price. These guys are now willing to work with the asking price. But when they pay the asking price, and now you're sitting there saying things like, we want more now. It's like, bro, at this point you're just like, okay, now you're just choosing to just be a bitch about it now.
By the way, can I tell you something? This is, by the way, if this, I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it could. It could hurt Stuttgart if they do this, by the way. Because if let's say Voltemade doesn't want to be at Stuttgart and he doesn't perform to his best levels, now the whole thing is going to be about the fact that he wants the Bayern move. And now what's going to happen is his value is going to go down, and that's just only going to help us in the long run, or whoever gets him. You know? And if he wants Bayern specifically, then it helps us in the long run.
Oh, most definitely. But I mean,
that's just how I view it. But that also depends on if we get like Nkunku, because if we get Nkunku, then now I don't know if we still get Voltemade, to be honest. Or maybe we do, because maybe then Nkunku could be used elsewhere. I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those, really. But yeah, listen, I'm not really the most content with my attack. I am more content with it than I was last season. I will tell you that for sure. Because last season, let's be honest, those guys' time was up. Gnabry, his time is still up, by the way. That fat buddy over there, Mr. Waiter himself. Bro, the fact he was given captain and got subbed off in 30 minutes, wow. And that friendly against Grasshoppers, crazy work. Absolutely crazy work. So, yeah, man. Realistically speaking, yeah, we still have more to do going forward. I'm not going to lie. But as of right now, all I can do is be content with like taking players in from within and getting one or two players in. That's all I can do, bro. If anything, I should be more worried about my defense still. I should be more worried about my midfield. Because my midfield, by the way, not many people talking about it, but I can't be going into the season with just Bischoff, Kimmich, and bloody Goretzka, and what's his name? I'm missing a name. I'm missing a name. But Santos is a young kid. I can't be relying on him. Pavlovic, the guy is not fit all the time. Like, I'm not supposed to be relying on that. You know what I mean? There's Konrad Leimer, but companies using Leimer as right back. You know? So, where do we go from here? In the defense, I mean, we still have Sasha Boy right back. Listen, defensive awareness, I'm starting to give up with this guy, bro, because that goal we conceded on him, left back, yeah, you have Stanisic too, but the guy's more likely to play left back till Davies comes back, right? And you have Rafael Guerrero lying, cheating, and stealing. He may as well just go WWE.
Still at your club, bro. That is crazy. Like when you're mentioning these now, like, bro, that guy's still at your club.
Yeah, bro. But we didn't give Esno enough opportunities. I don't get it twisted. When we gave him a slight opportunity, he didn't take it. I'll agree. But at the same time, like when you look at our squad and you decide to let him go, that is crazy. You know, our centre backs. You look at it and you have Kim Min Jae, Upamecano, Jonathan Tah, yeah, and Ito. And to be fair, Ito can play on left back, but I'd rather him centre back. And Ito's not 100% fit. Upa and Tah, I'm not trying to bank on it like that. And Kim and Jay, I'm not trying to bank on him like that. That's why I don't want to get rid of Kim until we get a defender in. So
Nah,
it's like I rather focus on them areas, you know, like
mm.
than the attacking goalkeeper. I really would. But
I mean,
then
yeah, I
again,
hear
that's a
it.
different discussion for a different day. So
No, no, I hear it. I hear it. But listen, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. Smash the like, guys. Like, bro, we've got 40 people in here. We're not even on 10 likes, guys. Come on, guys. Get us to 10 likes, guys. Hell, we're only on 9 likes
course,
right now.
man.
Crazy. Crazy movement right now. But big up to every single one of you guys. But listen, Zir, obviously, La Liga starts this weekend. I don't know if you've seen it, right? Now, obviously, man, there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening in the past few days, right? Obviously, we this past weekend we played in the Joan Gamper Trophy. Did you watch the Joan Gamper Trophy, the Joan Gamper game?
No, I didn't watch it. It was against Como. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
No.
the match against Como. Yeah, we absolutely killed it, right? 5-0. Great
I saw
performance
the
from the team.
Rashi mess. That's what I
Yeah,
saw.
the Rashford miss was incredible, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. Crazy settings there by a man like Rashi. But look, we ended up winning, right? I was very impressed with Fermin. I was very impressed with Yamal. I was impressed with Sean Garcia, our new keeper, bro. The guy, he made a lot of good saves in that second half, right? Guys like Araujo also stood out in that game for me, right? But obviously, I want to talk about the brand new season because, bro, the season starts this weekend. Barcelona, we start our first game against Mallorca. And the good news is, actually, because of now Ter Stegen's decided to stop acting like a little bitch now, right? Now that he stopped acting like that now and actually like,
Yay.
decided to sign the documents to basically, basically help Barcelona be able to register some players in, right? We have now been able to apparently register, from what I'm hearing, we've been able to register Jean Garcia, we've been able to register Rashford, and we've been able to register Ronnie Badge and all the new signings, right? Now, I'm obviously very happy, but let's be clear here. This is a temporary signing. It's like a temporary register. It's like when we registered Daniel Olmo last season. You understand what I mean, right? When we signed him and we registered him, remember he got deregistered in January, right?
Yeah.
This is the same thing. So unless something crazy happens, these guys could get deregistered by January. So I'm looking at them like, okay, well, it's good that we're registering them so they will at least play the start of the season, but it's only like putting a plaster on it. You feel me, right? Because Ter Stegen will return, and when he returns, then these players will be deregistered, right? Now, I don't want to spend too much time on the stressing out about this whole situation. What I do want to talk about, for me, more than anything else, is the performance, right, and what I expect from this team. Now, Mallorca last season were a very tough team to play against in La Liga. Not to Barca because we battered them in the game, right? But are you going to be watching the opening La Liga game between Barca and Mallorca? Will you be keeping your eye on that?
What do I think? What?
I said, what do you do? I said, the opening game. You plan on doing a watch along for the Mallorca Barcelona game?
I have no. Depends when actually. I don't know.
It's
I
around
can.
1. It's around 1:30 in my time here, so I don't know what time that is.
So I don't know. I'll see. It depend if I'm able to do a watch along for that. I'll probably do it. If not, then it is what it is. Because I also start uni and all that stuff. I know we play the DFL Super Cup on Saturday. So
Oh, okay. So you'd be doing a watch along for Bayern Munich that day. I hear it. I hear.
yeah. So I mean, if you're playing on you're playing on Saturday. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Because
Yeah,
while you're doing your thing, I'm doing the Bayern one. I'm looking
yeah,
at it now.
but for me, right? Obviously the season is about to start, right? I'm very much excited about it. But like, what do you think about like this whole registration thing? Do you think that Barcelona like, if you were in Barca's shoes, right? Right? Would you just be happy that the players have just been registered, even though it's just temporary? You're just like, all right, cool. But
Bro,
would you
yeah,
not
in
be
your
like,
position, just yeah, because bro, at this rate, what else can you do? Realistically, what else can you do?
hmm,
Like, you may as well suck it up now, just take it, and then deal with it again later. Bro, realistically speaking, Ter Stegen has put you in a sticky situation, from my understanding. Because if I'm not mistaken, if he didn't do all what he did, you guys could have got this sorted way ahead of time. So
It's times like this, honestly, Zero, that I don't like, bro. You know what? You know what? For me, what really confuses me, right? These guys, right? They are so mysterious in that they're not actually transparent with the fans. You understand what I mean, right? Because the club will always tell us, or the league will always tell us, oh, you guys are very close. You just need to make a few sales here and there, and you'll be fine, right?
yeah,
The problem is this: Barcelona have signed a few players. You understand what I mean, right? We've been able to bring in, we'll be able to bring in Rashford on a loan deal. We'll be able to bring Joan Garcia on a good deal, and Ronnie Baji as well. And then you look on the other side, we've been able to get rid of Inigo Martinez, and that's 16 million, and also be able to put register Teshtiga as a long-term injury. At this point, I don't understand what else, bro. Do Barcelona literally have to sell the half of the team for just to be able to register a few players? Like, dude, I want you to understand, bro. You see things in La Liga, it's getting worse because this is the problem, right? People, the only reason why Barcelona is the most high profile one, but dude, there is 158 players in La Liga that are not yet registered, bro. 158 there. The league literally starts in 2 days. And there are
apparently Levante only have three players.
bro.
I couldn't believe it.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, bro, I don't understand how this works, bro. These rules don't help anybody in the league. That's the problem. No one is benefiting from this. How is it that there's 158 players in the league that are not registered? How? That just shows you, bro. The league is so fucking, and that's not even the worst part. Dude, I even have, where is it? I know I have the Tebas thing, right? But, bro, even man like Tebas, I don't know if you've seen this, but Tebas have you seen that Javier Tebas apparently is being sued, bro?
What?
Yep, he's being sued. Hold
Sued
on,
for
where?
what?
There it is, here it is. Oh, there it is, here it is, there it is. Thank you. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Yeah. This is great. This is just great, Zir. I love it. I'm not even gonna lie. There it is, Zir. Take a look at this.
What the
How
fuck?
can you see in this? Can you see
Yeah,
it? Zir,
yeah.
look at this here. It says, Justin, Miguel Angel Galan, the president of the Transparency and Democracy Sports Association, has filed a complaint with the higher sporting council against Tebas. Galan submitted a 50-page dossier accusing accusing Tebas of 5 serious offenses by disclosing private information about who's there? About Barcelona.
Tebas.
About Barcelona. Here it is, right? According to Galan, these include revealing details of sales of VIP seats, disclosing the changes of the financial club auditors, sharing information about the club's financial situation, leaking internal report and correspondence to the higher sporting council, stating that deleting the statement constitution from legal perspectives and a partial admission of breaching confidentiality. The government must decide whether they should refer this complaint to the administrative sports court, which could impose sanctions, including removal from office.
So wait, who's suing? So who's suing Tebas specifically?
Dude, it's right here. The Sporting Council, bro. The Spanish Sporting Council, right?
Oh, oh,
The
okay.
president of the Transparency and Democracy Sporting Council, right?
Shit.
The guys who are in charge of like the ins and outs when it comes to transfer to regularities and rules, right? The ones who impose it. Dude, I fucking know there. I knew this was like this sounded fishy from the start, bro. Because think about it for 1 second here, right? How is it possible that Athletic Bilbao were able to go to La Liga and Tebas to give our private keywords there, private, right, documents, right, to basically go and give it to Nico Williams, so that Nico Williams can say, oh, wait a minute, Barcelona's finances are a mess right now. Like, bro, That is literally illegal. And I remember I was saying it at the time. I was like, bro, this doesn't even seem legal. How can this be allowed? I don't understand. If it's a private, if they are private documents, then doesn't that mean that then that should not be leaked amongst other people? I don't understand this. And now, from what we're seeing here, it's clearly the case here. It is clearly the case. Dude, you know what, right? I need this place too.
La Liga is in a fucked situation then, clearly. But knowing them, they'll find a way to get out of it, bro. They'll find a way to get out of it. What they'll do is that something wrong will happen financially. Then they'll complain about how we're financially inept and all that shit. And it's gonna go over and over. It's gonna be all merry-go-round. It's gonna come full circle, you know. And this is the problem with your league, man. I don't know, bro. Yeah. And then you might wonder why you guys are in a broke state.
Zeer, are you seeing this, bro? This is my league, you know. And this is what I mean, right? This
corrupt, bro.
This is so shady. It's actually embarrassing how shady this is. This is some of the most shady shit that you will see anywhere there, right? And our league gets away with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't understand it, bro. This is what I mean, right? These rules that they impose are so stupid and strict. They actually have to bend their own rules just to fix their own mistakes. You understand what I mean, right? Yeah. You got these strict rules where you're sitting here talking about 101 rule and all of this shit, which you know, they're forget about a club like Barcelona and Real Madrid. Even the smaller clubs are going to struggle to abide by this.
By the way, your league is becoming an anarchy because of this. But I thought rules are there to, like, you know, prevent these things from happening. You know, but these rules are making these things happen. So where do you go from here? I don't know. I just find it weird. Also, listen, I find it low-key funny how Madrid are benefiting out of all this.
All right, well, look at this. And you know what's funny? 158 here. That's basically, I'm sure that's like a player for every league, for every single club. Like this is my point. And with this legal case that is coming out with La Liga now, bruv, at this point, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Barcelona, I'm getting into this full time, bro. I'm getting into this, bro, because I need to know. Because I want to make. Because here's the thing, bro. Everyone knows that the way this guy's been treating Barcelona is embarrassing. Everybody knows it. People have always been wondering why this brother is so obsessed. Because here's the thing, right? The amount of backtracking here that this brother does, it's actually like incredible to me, right? Because he's the same guy who said during the presentation, right, of the La Liga game, what's the name? The fixtures, right? That we had met the requirements, and then a few days later he backtracks, and then he sits there and he talks about the Club World Cup, talking about how he doesn't agree with the Club World Cup because that doesn't help like the fans. You understand what I mean, right? The fans are, you know, the fans, the homegoing fans, right, who have to travel all over the world to go and just watch their clubs, right? And also it doesn't care about the players. And then now he's agreed to basically let Barcelona and Villarreal play a game, La Liga game, outside of Spain. This brother is a hypocrite, bro. The amount of contradiction that this brother does all the time, it's actually embarrassing, Zeer. It's actually embarrassing.
Brother, the only hope La Liga has, by the way, yeah, is Real Season, to be honest. Because Real Season is a sponsor for that league.
And apparently I've heard that the Saudi club is actually interested in investing in Barca.
Apparently it's PIF investing in Barca, no?
Who's PIF? Do you know who they are?
Yeah. Public Investment Fund. It's a government financial company.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I need that kind of money, bro.
They own the top big four Saudi clubs and the Newcastle.
Hey, listen, man. Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Bro, I thought they were gonna be interested in Atletico Madrid. What happened?
Hey, listen, man, nobody cares about Atletico, respectfully, bro.
Yeah, listen, they have Real there
Why
on their
invest in
kit.
Atleti when you can? Why invest in Atleti when you can invest at Barcelona? Imagine the short sales in Barcelona in
Yeah, I
Saudi.
understand, but can I ask you an honest question? Like whether it's Atleti, Barca, it doesn't matter. Like a La Liga club in general, right?
Mm.
So here's my question: how does this investor thing work in La Liga? Because I don't think you guys do ownerships, do you? You guys do. You
I
guys
mean,
have.
definitely clubs do ownerships. Barcelona and Real Madrid don't, but other clubs have ownerships.
Yeah, I know. Like for example, Turkey Sheikh he owns I think a club called Almeria.
Yeah, Almeria. Bro, you remember back in the day there was a Villarreal were owned by a Middle Eastern club. I don't.
Girona is by Sheikh Mansour. I
Yeah,
know, or not
exactly.
Girona. Sorry, Girona. I really corrected
Yeah,
me.
I mean, even
Girona.
Atletico, they have an owner, right?
It's Catalan.
Real Madrid and Barcelona are owned by the socios. You understand what I mean, right? The socios own Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, I don't necessarily say own. It's like a community club, so everybody has a share. That's why, like, you see, play my
Oh,
president.
so you guys are like us. You guys are
Yeah,
like us.
for there. So yeah, so clubs, so other companies can invest in the club. You understand what I mean, right? They can have a partnership with the club. That's what is important. That's why it says invest, not buy. You understand what I mean, right? So they're gonna do investment, work together, and basically Barcelona are gonna get, they're gonna I don't know, maybe like, how they have the Spotify Camp Nou. It's like the negotiation to get the
Yeah.
Spotify deal. You understand what I mean, right? And call the
Mm.
Camp now Spotify Camp now, right? They could use something. You understand what I mean, right? So look, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm not against the idea of bringing in Saudi owners. But bro, this whole thing with La Liga right now is a fucking mess, bro. Like La Liga is genuinely a mess. This league is just a mess, bro. It really is there. It really is a mess, bro. There's no soul in this league, right? We have a corrupt president. The whole structure of the league is corrupt, right? Heck, even the clubs themselves are not clean. You understand what I mean, right? Dude,
Mm.
they always talk about what the clubs are doing, bro. Even the people that run this league are the most corrupt, bro.
Mm.
They want to sit here and point the finger at Real Madrid and Barcelona when they're doing stuff to make money. But La Liga have no problem, right? Selling out their fixture games for a lot of money. So what's the deal? The difference is when this guy was criticizing the Club World Cup, La Liga weren't benefiting from the Club World Cup. They weren't getting any money from the Club World Cup. You understand what I mean, right? So the only people that were getting money out of it were the teams that were participating. Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atleti. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah, but they
That,
were the only La Liga clubs in it.
but that is the point, because the league clubs are the ones that benefit, not the leagues. The leagues don't get anything out of it. You understand what I mean, right? So this is
Yeah.
why these guys are acting like haters. Because if they were getting money out of it, you can be damn sure that they would have been hyping up this tournament before the tournament even started. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But look at this. But when it comes to the La Liga fixture in Miami, bro, Tebas and the league are gonna get paid for that. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but by the way, and I'm sure you agree that should not happen.
I mean, bro, at this point, you know what it is, yeah? I understand why Barca might be are looking at doing it, because Barca's finances, they need to get money from anywhere. That's the thing. You understand what I mean, right? And but as a fan, as a Barca fan, I don't like it, because I'm like, bro, if you're a match going fan, that sucks for any match going fan, bro. Imagine having a season ticket and you can go and watch a game. Imagine being
And
a
you have to go all the way
fan.
to Miami, Florida to do.
I'm like, bro, is this guy thinking about? Is he thinking about the fans? Are these guys thinking about the fans when they're doing all this bullshit? Are they thinking
Yeah.
about the fans?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a sketchy move, in my opinion. Like, I get like they want to make money, but surely there's other ways in doing that.
Yep.
You know, that's just how I see it, man.
This
Like,
is
when you guys brought Super Cup, for example, it kind of makes sense, because it's Super Cup. You
yes,
know,
exactly. It's a super cup.
bro, we're doing Saudi Super Cup in Hong Kong. We're not even doing it in our own country, by the way.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no. So like, Super Cups, it makes sense to a degree, you know. But when you're telling me you're doing it with like a the major competitions. Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So like this is when I'm like, yeah, allow it, man. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Big up to the. I'm sorry. Let me actually read this. I didn't see this. It says it's not only Barcelona, but every team in La Liga is facing this problem. It's easy to talk about Barcelona because we are a big name. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying before you got here, right? Barcelona. The reason why everyone knows about it is because Barca is Barca. We are Barca. So when you hear the issues with the registration with Barca, everyone thinks it's just Barca that's going through this, bro. 158 players. Pick up the Barca volume. Pick up to you, my brother.
Volume, yeah.
Right? But the fact is, right, every single club in this league is having this problem. Why is it that there's 158 players not registered? Clearly, every club is going through this. It's going through this. This is what I mean. If this was just Barca that was struggling with this, you could say, okay, well, that's a Barca problem. But clearly, this is a league problem. This is a league problem because everyone is struggling from this. So isn't it down to the league itself to maybe look at their rules and say, well, this rule is not really benefiting the teams in the league? Really? Because nobody's able to buy players. Now no one can really buy players. Because how are we going to buy players if we can't register them? What happens? When the deadline hits and none of those 158 players are registered there, do you realize that all these clubs have to compensate, literally by law, have to compensate every single one of those players? And the players can walk out on a free and they're going to get their contracts paid if they don't get registered. Do you see how stupid this rule is here? Right?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be protecting clubs, but really what you're doing is you're actually ruining clubs because these clubs have to pay these players if these players say, well, I'm not winning. And it's their choice. The players don't have to stay. There's no rule that states that they have to stay. You understand what I mean, right? They can leave. What happens if they leave? The club have to pay them, compensate them. And let's say for a club like Atletico Madrid, right, went and bought Bayern and Thiago Almada, and one of those players, some of those players are not registered. If Bayern is not registered, if Bayern decides, okay, well, I'm not going to Atletico, you guys can register me, I'm going to go to, I don't know, Bayern Munich. Let's say he says, I'm going to go to Bayern Munich can buy him he can go to Bayern Munich as a free agent, get the signing on fee, sign for the club, and then he's still going to get compensated by Atletico Madrid. This is my point, man. So when these people say, oh, we're trying to protect the club, it's bullshit. How is this protecting the clubs?
Yeah, in La Liga, these rules are ruining, if anything. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, but I think Tebas and Perez must have something with one another, bro. I'll be real.
No, bro. Even Perez, I'm sorry, I'm a Barca fan. I hate Madrid, but even Perez, bro, I can't even point this at Perez, bro, because Perez fucking hates that. Because anything with Perez,
exactly.
But you gotta understand when it comes to Perez understands that the rules that this guy is making is not gonna benefit Real Madrid. I want you to.
So he just does things his way, basically.
That is the point, bro. This brother is a stubborn guy. He came to the league, right? Because let's be clear, right? I understand when he arrived in the league, right? The league's finances, complete joke. It was a mess there. You understand what I mean, right? He tried to enforce some laws, strict laws, to basically help every club be able to be financially sustained. You understand what I mean, right? Right? That's what that's the whole idea. You understand what I mean, right, Zeer? But the problem is this, right? You talk about the fact that you made these rules to protect football clubs, but let's take a look at the clubs the past while you've been in charge. What happened to some of these clubs, right? Valencia, look what happened to Valencia. Valencia having financial issues. Barcelona having financial issues. How is it possible? Where was Tebas? I want to know, where the hell was Tebas when Bartomeu was going around here spending 100 million every single season? Where was Tebas?
Yeah, I mean, that guy is hiding, bro, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
dude, that's my point. Because the whole Bartomeu era, his whole era, Tebas was in charge. Bro, I did not know. Bro, I swear to God, there's a lot of you guys in here. Big up to every single one of you guys. How many of you guys who are Barcelona fan or Madrid fan or La Liga fan, how many of you guys knew who Tebas was before 2020? How many of you guys
Bro,
didn't
I
even
don't
tell
think
me?
anyone cared to know who he is.
Because dude, the guy was.
By the way, I'll be honest with you, Omar. I only heard his name when your club is being mentioned.
That's the only time because that's because we are the ones that are keeping him relevant, bro. We're the only ones keeping him relevant. It's truly shameful, bro. This league is a fucking like, bro. That's my point. So this is why when people talk about, oh, but Barcelona, you guys are, you guys are just angry because of the way, bro. This right here, 158 players proves it. Proves that, bro. No one benefits from this. Nobody. No one.
Bro, Levante only have 3 players registered, by the way.
And that's a promoted club. How is a promoted club be able to keep themselves in the league?
Bro, I just found out like before the heavyweight show. I couldn't believe it.
Zero. Listen to what I'm saying here, bro. How can a club that have just been promoted, that are trying to sign players to keep themselves in the league, be able to buy players if you can't fucking register the players? Then what's the point of coming to the league then, bro? Because I want to buy players so that we can actually compete.
He played friendlies against Al and Neon, by the way, and won. Yeah, these players can't get registered. Oh, crazy.
Yep, and you know what's funny? Now these players can now walk out. Now these players can walk out. Legally, they can walk out. And you know what's funny, right? You think a club like Levante have the finances to be able to pay all these players?
No.
But by the time they compensate all these players, bro, their finances are going to be fucked.
Yeah, it's because they're having to sacrifice their funds and shit. Yeah, that's crazy. No, that's mad.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, this league is a fucking joke, man. Man says it's a fake hate. Nah,
bro, you guys are on your way to being the next Serie A. I'm not joking.
Dude, bro, we are who we are. People don't realize how close we are, bro. We are falling off. This league is falling off, bro. This league is falling off, man. I'm telling you. In the end of the transfer market, do you see a possible? Do you see this possible? Newcastle receive Ferran Torres. Report saying that the English team is interested. Isaac goes to Barcelona, Lewandowski goes to Arabia. Hey, you know what, bro?
Bro, I've been saying I want Lewandowski to Hilal.
That would be a swerve of all swerves, bro, if it happens. That would be that would be the most craziest thing in deadline day. That's something I could see happening in deadline days here. Deadline day, right? Like last 2-3 hours before the end of the transfer window, right? We're about to close the transfer window. Barcelona have been quiet the whole transfer window because no one is expecting Barca to sign anybody. Not the fans, not the players, no one. None of us expect a sign.
But you guys gonna pay 120, 250 mil? I don't see it.
Okay, so imagine this scenario, right? I've used this scenario before. It's a very, very unlikely scenario, but I used it before. I said, imagine Barcelona try to sign man like Isaac, and basically now that Isaac has said he will never play for Newcastle ever again, which basically means okay, these guys we're gonna have to actually sell him because he is now gonna play for the club again. He then Newcastle decide, well, okay, we're gonna sell you, but we are not selling you to another league club. You understand what I mean, right? We're gonna sell you outside of the league. You're not gonna go to Saudi. Where can we potentially take you? So they look at all the offers and they think, wait a minute, we actually need a replacement. We've already lost Sesko, we've lost Ekatike, right? We need Ferran Torres, right? They can go to Barcelona and tell Barcelona, listen, we will get Ferran Torres off your hands, right? We will buy Ferran Torres. We will actually buy him, right? Let's say 40 million, right? And in that 40 million here, or let's say 20 million, plus Isaac on loan with an obligation to buy in 26, 27.
Yeah, but by the way, if that happens, Liverpool will have eggs on their faces.
You understand, bro? Do you realize that is the pettiest, bro? If I'm the Newcastle owners, that's what I'm gonna do. Because
to be fair, if they're really planning on investing on Barcelona, that's a good tactic.
Because think about it, right? That would be the ultimate fuck you to Liverpool. It's like, oh, you guys thought you guys were the only destination. Well, guess what? We found a destination for him. And it's going to be like the pettiest thing ever. That's why I said.
But Amar, I don't see it happen. But if it did happen,
no, because here's the thing. So I'm just saying, bro. Like, let's say you guys make an offer in for Lewandowski last minute. While we're making this deal because you know these clubs, they all know what's happening, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's say
problem is now.
Newcastle. Let's say Liverpool, Al Hilal, or a club right there hear about the fact that Isaac could potentially go to Barcelona, right? And they're like, okay, well, we could take Lewandowski. You understand what I mean, right? So you guys go and inquire about Lewandowski, right? You put a money down because remember, we don't have to pay. You don't have to pay us much, right? This
Well,
takes
we
you
got
off.
Lewandowski. Then what was the point of getting Nunes? Like that's the only thing.
Well, apparently Mitrovic is leaving.
I mean, to be
I
honest,
mean,
it's hitting. I mean, one news says that he might leave, one says he might stay.
but
Like,
that's the thing, though. You don't know. Let's
like
say
I actually, the problem with
this is the
Mitrovic, no,
problem,
but
bro.
but
Look,
Omar, the problem with
I'm
Mitrovic
just
is
making a scenario in my head there.
So Omar,
I'm just
here's the
now,
problem
big
with
up
Mitrovic,
Eugene, man.
right? He's earning 25 million a year, okay, at Al Hilal. He wants to get paid the remaining amount. So either he stays and he gets paid that, or they pay out his contract and terminate,
But
which
see,
means you'll have to fund a new club. If that
but
happens,
see,
I kind of hear your point, but I don't know if they're gonna terminate, bro.
no, but see. Here's the point that
Especially with what Mitrovic done. I don't know if they're gonna terminate it, bro. I
no, but
think
here's
they're
the
gonna
thing.
send him on loan somewhere.
I don't even think they will either. But here's one thing you're missing from all of this, right? When it comes to this deal, it's unlikely, but I mean, like, it's the craziest thing that could happen on deadline day.
Bro,
Because
if it's
sometimes
happened, it is crazy.
because
I agree,
deadline
but
day is a fucking crazy day, bro. Any crazy shit can happen on deadline day, right? We could literally spend the last three hours of the deadline day, and then all of a sudden, Fabrizio Romano out of nowhere breaks the news, right? Lewandowski is on his way to Saudi to complete his medical to sign for Al Hilal. And then, a few minutes later, says Barcelona and Newcastle United agreed terms for swap deal. Ferran Torres going to Newcastle and Isaac going on a loan deal with obligation to buy to Barcelona. So now we've sold Lewandowski. Ferran Torres is going. So now we actually have two players, strikers who both left the club.
if that happened, Liverpool fans would be hating PIF
Dude, let
all
me
their
tell you
heart.
something, man. Do you
They
understand?
would be hating the
Do you
PIF
understand how
because by the
crazy,
way, that's a
how bad
PIF
decision will
scheme,
break
bro.
if that
I'm not
happens?
gonna lie. Because by the way, Newcastle is owned by PIF, Al Hilal owned by PIF,
But that's not the point.
and then there's news that Barcelona is potentially getting invested by PIF.
Zeer, listen to what I'm saying. Now
If that happened, that
do
would
you
be
understand, bro? This
yes.
scenario is
And I'm saying that as a
crazy.
Saudi,
It's a
by the
crazy
way.
scenario, but it doesn't sound crazy when you start to realize the people that are involved in this whole thing. You understand what I mean, right? Saudi Arabia wanna if Isaac says he's never gonna play for Newcastle again, Newcastle gonna have to sell. You understand what I mean, right? So
Yeah.
Liverpool is the only option that he can go to, right? Newcastle United say, well, first of all, they don't like Liverpool because Liverpool are the ones that got into his head. Number two, they are a rival. They don't want to sell to a rival, right? Why would they want to make one of the top teams in the league or that is stronger with one of the best strikers in the league, right? So now they sit down and they think, wait a minute, we actually want Ferran Torres from Barcelona. We know Barcelona have finances, but then the people that run your PIF could go to Al Hilal and say, Al Hilal, listen, are you guys interested in getting Lewandowski? But let's say Barcelona, right? The Saudi owners talk to talk to Laporta and actually ask him, yo.
Yeah, but by the way, I think for Al Hilal to actually want to do it, I think PIF might have to get involved.
But
Just
this
like
is my
how they
point,
tried
right?
getting involved with the Ronaldo
because
thing.
let's say,
When they got involved with the Ronaldo thing,
but
Hilal
exactly.
are
So now imagine this: Lewandowski is a big name. That's just another big name to be added in the league, right? But that's not even just the point, right? Let's say Mitrovic could leave because the talk is there that he could leave, right? Let's say he does leave, right? If he does leave, or there's the chance that Al Hilal could get Lewandowski this summer during the deadline day, the PIF are going to talk to Laporta and tell Laporta, listen, we could arrange a deal where Lewandowski could go to Al Hilal. Newcastle could get Ferran Torres, and you guys get Isaac at the end of the transfer window. Because if you sell two of your strikers, then that means the wage bill is open for you to register in, and once Isaac is signed. Because Adam doesn't have to sign on the dot, and because it's a loan deal with obligation, so we don't have to pay this season. You understand what I mean, right? We don't have to pay this season, dude. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a fucking. Obviously, it sounds crazy, but when you start to realize that this is not even as crazy as it sounds, when you realize the parties that are involved, you're like, oh fuck, this better not happen.
I mean, if it gets to a stage in which Newcastle decides to change their mind, but they're willing to sell outside of the league, then it's possible, of course, because now you're going to see big clubs take advantage of opportunities in Europe, like as I said, the PSGs, the Barcelonas, But then again, with you guys, with PSG, what makes it make sense, they have the funds. With you guys, it's about the ownership.
But here's the thing, but you know what it is also, right?
It's like a loophole that you can do, because now it's different leagues.
But here's the important things here. I want you to understand when it comes to these deals, right? If this side of the club are actually as interested, if they're interested in really investing in Barca, this is literally the best way to show Barcelona that, we want what is best for the club. Because if they can literally land, because dude, no one is going to be expecting Barca to land Isaac. And here's the thing with Isaac also, what you need to remember is this. Even though Isaac on paper can say, oh yeah, he wants to go to Liverpool, you think the guy's going to reject the opportunity to go to Barcelona? You think if his agent walks up to him and tells him, yeah, Newcastle don't want to sell you to Liverpool. They said they're not selling to Liverpool, but they are willing to sell you to Barcelona this season. You think he's going to say no after he said he will never play for the club again? Bro, Florian Wirtz said he wanted to play for Barca. Florian Wirtz said he only wanted to play for Bayern Munich. Do you think that when Liverpool came in with all that money, he thought, yeah, I'm still going to wait for Bayern? No, bro. No, I'm sorry. He can talk about playing for Liverpool all he wants. When the time comes and Barcelona and the deal to Barcelona is likely, I'm sorry, Isaac is not going to go, especially if there's a chance that if he rejects Barcelona, he could stay at Newcastle. He's taking that move. He's taking that move because number one, you're going to Barcelona. So you're going to be playing for one of the best clubs in the world. You're going to be playing alongside Yamal, Rafinha, Dani Olmo, Pedri. Bro, you're playing from where you are. Do you see where I'm coming from, bro?
I'm not going to lie. If this happens, bro, I'll be like...
Dude.
Part of me won't be shocked because the people involved, but I'm shocked that you can come up with the idea.
Dude, I'm telling you, now that I put the idea in the air, right? Look at this. Exactly. This is how the Mbappe signed PSG. People forget because they signed Neymar, and after they signed Neymar, then technically didn't have any money to go and buy players because they spent 222 million on Neymar. But then they spent 166 million on Mbappe. But people forget they didn't pay the 166 million that day. They paid that the following season in 2018.
But by the way, to be honest, I don't know if your club will want to get rid of Lewa yet. That's the only thing. No. If they want to,
wait, Zeer. Zeer. Here, think about this. Think about this for 1 second.
Bro, I don't know if they want to get rid of Lewa. If they do, okay, but they have to want to. Zeer. They have to make the tough decision.
Zeer, respectfully, bro. I know the guy is a gunman. Lewandowski, gunman. Last season he cooked. But brother, let's not lie to ourselves here. Lewandowski is not getting any younger. This is literally his last season at Barca.
No, I understand. It's similar age to Benzema. I get it, but like,
do you think if there is an opportunity to make money? Because here's the thing: we're not going to sell him to Al Hilal for free. It's not going to be like the Inigo thing. You're probably going to offer us something. You're going to offer us like 30, 40 million potentially.
But Bawa, if we get lower, we have to clear out somebody. It's probably going to be Lodi and Mitrovic.
But that's the thing. If Mitrovic leaves, then that means the door is right there for Lewandowski to come in. And here's the thing, Zero. Would you say no to Lewandowski?
Fuck no, because I've Darwin fucking Nunes.
So there you go.
I'm not gonna bullshit you. If I get Robert Lewandowski, bro,
So,
By the way, before the window started, and I said I recommend Mitrovic to be, not like our main like striker anymore. I actually wanted Lewandowski in as my first choice. You can go watch one of my Hilal streams like that. I think it was when Jesus got sacked and I did a lineup thing. I wanted Lewandowski because I just felt like he could be that superstar signing for us up top.
and here's the thing. Big up to Eugene. Eugene said,
And
I do whatever.
he's a
Exactly. So
similar profile
this is
to
why it's
Mitrovic is
here.
better.
This is why it's here. I'm telling you, bro. When I saw Isaac came out and he said he will never play for Newcastle ever again, no matter what. Bro, do you guys understand when he says no matter what? What does he say? He's saying, bro, even if the deal with Liverpool falls through, I am not paying for this club again. So do you see what I mean, Zier? Newcastle don't have to sell to Liverpool. It's not about, oh yeah, I'm not going to join any other club apart from Liverpool. He's literally said, I will not play for this club again. So either you sell me, or basically avoid seeing me on the bench or at home. Do you see what I mean there? So
Yeah.
this is what I mean, because Isaac did not come out and said he only wants Liverpool. I mean, don't get it twisted. I think Liverpool is his first option. You understand what I mean, right? I think that is his. I'm sure that's his first
Yeah, he
option.
wants Liverpool at the
Yeah,
moment.
Liverpool is his first option. However, he's putting it out there. The fact that he's putting it out there that no matter what, basically what that's basically him saying, dude, sell me. I want to go to another club. You understand what I mean, right? Liverpool is my preferred destination. But if you guys don't agree to join Liverpool, go agree to us with another big club. Because I'm not playing for this club again. You understand what I mean, right? So listen, PSG, you're right. PSG can go and get it. Facts, right? Liverpool can still go and get him. Absolutely. You understand what I mean, right? But here's the thing. But this is the thing here. If Newcastle United decide, okay, we want to sell him, the smartest thing Newcastle can do is to sell him outside of their league. Do you understand what I mean, right? So realistically, who can buy him? PSG. Let's be honest. Realistically, they're the only club that can afford it, right? This is why I'm
Outside of
telling
the
you,
league,
this
yeah.
scenario I'm using there would benefit all parties. When you think about it, everyone benefits from this. Barcelona getting a world-class striker when we never thought we would even sign someone. You understand what I mean, right? Right? We will sign a world-class striker. Ferran Torres, Newcastle will be getting an Isaac replacement coming in. Even though he's not their first option, they just want someone to replace him. You feel me, right? They are interested. I know this for sure. I know that Newcastle are interested in Ferran Torres, right? They get Ferran Torres. You understand what I mean here, right? Then, at that same level, Al Hilal, let's say you guys get to the Mitrovic and Lewandowski comes, bro, you will be ecstatic. You even said it. So you're literally, Mitrovic is leaving, a player that you love is leaving, and he's being replaced by a player that you love even more.
Yeah, man.
I mean, bro, Isaac to Barcelona would be a good move. Facts. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Big up to you, JJ. Big up to every single one. I see some of you guys are already in the building, guys. Smash the likes, guys. Get me to 20 likes, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys who are here, man. Big up to every single one. Big up to Eugene. Big up to Omar, man. Big up to you, every single one of you. He says, Porto are interested in Mitrovic. If Samu leaves, of course.
Apparently, I think this is something recent because I haven't read about it.
See, this is my point. Deadline day is a very weird. This is why
He's been linked with a lot of clubs, to
all
be
gonna
fair. A
happen
lot
in
of
deadline
English
day.
clubs, and I mean, Porto, I guess one now. There you go, but I've not seen one.
If this happens, it's all going to happen on deadline day. Do you understand that? Mitrovic, let's say this scenario I just used happen, the first thing that's going to happen is Mitrovic is going to Porto at the start of the deadline day. At the start of deadline days here, you're going to hear the here we go from Romano, right? Confirming that Mitrovic is in Portugal doing his medical. And you're going to be sitting there fuming because now you have only Darwin Núñez. And then literally, the last 3 hours of the transfer windows here, everything I told you is going to happen just happens. And out of nowhere, you've just saw Mitrovic, but it turns out the reason you saw Mitrovic is because you guys are working on the Lewandowski deal. And the reason we're working on Lewandowski, and because this is the thing, imagine if the talk comes out that Lewandowski could be leaving. Barca fans are going to be like, what the fuck? We're selling Lewandowski. And then out of nowhere, we hear that Ferran Torres, and now we're like, oh my God, we only got Rashford in our attack. Rashford is going to be our as number 9 this season. And then out of nowhere, we hear that Isaac is traveling to bro. If I hear that Isaac is traveling to Barcelona, bro, do you understand? Bro, the level of shamelessness I'm gonna have?
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's not just because we were signing a top striker. It's because no one is expecting us to do it. No one. Everyone is going to be shocked. Everyone in the world is going to be like, how did Barcelona afford this? Yeah, see, Porto have already brought Gabriel Vega from the Saudi.
but
Yeah,
by
that's
the way, I'm gonna tell you something though. Whichever club it is, even Al Shabab in Saudi, it's gonna be very difficult for Mitrovic to leave Al Hilal because unless if it's a loan deal,
that's
because
about
we're
also
paying
interesting.
so. No, they're interested. They're interested in him for on a loan deal, but the thing is that he's on 25 million a year. That's what people don't understand. Like, so if anyone's gonna get Mitrovic,
Mm.
I mean, he's gonna want the money, and that's why he wants to stay at Al Hilal actually for one more year because of that. So, like, let's say if he goes on loan, then we would still have to pay his wages probably wherever he
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. But I mean, JJ, I hear you, JJ, but here's the thing with Newcastle as well. At the end of the day, Newcastle don't, they know in the end they're going to lose this guy. It doesn't matter. The guy is going to leave. They're going to have to sell him. Now, who they decide to sell him is a different story. Because
Well,
that is the power
even me
that
as a
Newcastle
Saudi,
can do that.
they need to get rid of him. They have to get rid of
But
him.
this is the point. But the point I'm using is Newcastle United have to sell him. But Newcastle United can choose who to sell him to.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean, right? So
Mm.
Newcastle United don't have to sell to Liverpool. Especially, this is why I said the Barca thing could happen because it's just going to happen because Newcastle United are just spiked. Do you understand what I mean? And that's the one thing I need you guys to understand. The only way this deal is going to happen is not going to be because Barcelona all of a sudden have money to spend. It's only going to be because Newcastle United are going to be like, bro, we want to sell him out of this league. We just want to sell him out of this league. Who's interested? Who's interested? And then they look around, they're like, wait a minute. We want Ferran Torres from Barcelona, don't we? Let's go and talk to Barca. Because Barca are not going to say no to Isaac. Especially, let's say, if we give them a deal where they don't have to pay us this season. They can pay us the money next season. Right?
Yeah. Well, if you get Isak over the line, bro, you man are
If you
gonna be
take Isaac
one
over the line,
dangerous
we're
side.
winning
Can
the
you
championship.
imagine a forward line of Isak, Yamal?
Isaac Yamal and Rafinha in that time. Bro, we're winning the Champions League. Forget about it. These guys are cooked.
Bro, if you have that as your front line, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, your defense is sus, but like
Yeah,
you're going
our
far.
attack puts 5 goals a week. Imagine Isaac. Isaac is gonna.
Because bro, you guys are the type of team to outscore anybody, bro.
Bro, if Isaac scored a lot of goals last season, right? Imagine on the flick. Isaac on the flick, bro. He made Lewandowski put 50. How many goals do you think a guy like Isaac would put in this Barca team?
Yeah.
Listen. Let
But
me
I
tell you.
do agree with
All
Omar.
you
It's
people in
okay.
the
I do
chat that
agree
are
with Omar in
laughing
the
at
chat,
me.
though. It's okay to dream. It's okay to dream.
Every single one of you that are laughing at me calling me a dreamer. Let me tell you something. If this here we go happens in deadline day, I don't care where I am. I am going live. And dude, I'm gonna be on this stream for hours, bro. Hours here. And I'm just going to be fucking shameless. Do you understand, bro? I'm gonna be the Oracle, man. I'm gonna be Morpheus. You understand what I mean, right? I'm gonna be walking in here like the Matrix, man. I'm gonna wear my glasses. I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do is here? I'm gonna have the Morpheus. I'm gonna get the Morpheus outfit, right? I'm gonna get the suit. I'm gonna bring the suit, right? I'm gonna wear it, put my glasses on, and tell people, man, he's the one. I'm the one. You feel me, right? I'm the one. I am the oracle up in here. Trust me. Yeah, man, we're gonna hit. Yeah, man, we're gonna. Listen, I got the leather jacket right here, man. We're gonna put on the leather jacket, and we're gonna absolute, bro. That day, I'm just gonna be sure. I don't care, man. I'm gonna look like the oracle. Whether Isaac likes it or not, he's under contract. He's ordered to play. He will play. If he plays like shit on purpose and kisses the Liverpool, he can kiss the Liverpool. He can kiss Liverpool goodbye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
okay.
right.
He'll go to a bigger club. To be fair.
I think that if he's listen, I'm not gonna lie. If he doesn't leave if he doesn't leave in deadline day, he will play for Newcastle. I don't think he will play for the first few weeks. I can see him going like 2-3 weeks without.
Yeah, but he won't play in the same level, and that's why. By the way, and that's why I say.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
And that's why I think it benefits you guys in the following one because the value would drop.
Right.
The
Right.
value would drop, and now because the value drops, now you PSG, hell, I won't be shocked if we get rid of Kane. You guys took him and we entered the race,
Yeah. Imagine that, man. No, I don't want to see Kane on my club, respectfully.
bro. Hey,
You're King
listen,
Santiago, man.
Harry Kane. Hey, listen, he play. He likes to drop deep. He likes to link up. He likes to create chances for like a Yamal, Rafinha. You know, it may work, bro. Harold Kane.
No, you guys have him, man. He's scoring bags of goals, man. He's got bags of
No,
goals.
he'll score bag of go for Barcelona, just like Lewis did.
Nah, man. Man says independent regulators will investigate why if will investigate if they sell Isaac to Saudi Omar. I don't think they're gonna sell Isaac to Saudi.
No,
I
no,
don't
it's
think.
not to Saudi,
I think
man.
it's more likely. I think what's more
But,
likely
but
is
to be
if
fair,
it's
Ivan,
more
we said
likely.
about Ivan Tony, and look what happened to Tony. So it's
No, but
possible.
here's the things here. I think it's more likely for me if anyone could go, it's probably Lewandowski. Because I think Lewandowski next season, if his contract runs out, he could go to Saudi.
No, no, but I think he will go Saudi.
And
If
that is
not
the
this
point. And this
next.
is why I think, and this is why I think, don't be surprised if that happens. Because let's say he decides, I mean, think about it, right? If I'm sure if you ask Lewandowski, right, he would want to stay at Barcelona this season. Absolutely. Right?
Hmm.
But let's say a deadline day, Al Halal actually talk to him and they offer him a good deal, bro. We're talking about bags, bro. Like they put the bag right there. And they're like, yo, listen, man, we know you want to be here for another season, but listen, at the end of the day, Barcelona is still gonna let you go next season. You understand what I mean, right? Right? Here's an opportunity for you to go to Saudi, right? Settle to life quickly, and we'll pay you all this money. You feel me, right? And also, I feel like with Lewandowski, I feel like a part of Lewandowski might even consider it, even if he wanted to stay at Barca. Do you understand what I mean, right? He might look at it and think, well, if I do leave Barca now, I'll be in the good books of the fans because if him leaving helps Barcelona be able to sign his replacement right away, a lot of the Barca fans are gonna love him for that because if he leaves next season, Barca are gonna have to replace him. Do you understand what I mean, right? If he leaves next season, Barca are gonna. So let's say he leaves at the end of this transfer window, and him leaving actually helps us get the replacement right away. You understand what I mean, right? He's
Yeah.
still going to leave as a legend. Don't get it twisted. If he leaves this season or leaves next season, he's still going to go down as a legend. This guy, bro, what he's done at Barcelona will never be forgotten.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Anyway.
So this ain't the first time Newcastle United are putting their players hostage. Who was the last one? This
Hostage.
we must be talking about a player way back. Since Liverpool fans are already looking at Isaac sideways because of how he's treating Newcastle. I mean, which Liverpool fans? Because it's not Liverpool fans I've seen. It's not Dar Hassan. It's not like man like Kopish, man like Thrifty and Callum and all these guys. Listen, I don't know which Liverpool fans are looking at him sad eyes, but not the Liverpool fans I know. The Liverpool fans are sitting there saying free Isaac. All of them are just sitting out there screaming free Isaac, man.
Oh, Hassam is another one.
Oh yeah, of course. We all know Hassan, man. The absolute fraud that he is, man. Because he says Barcelona, Chelsea, or Liverpool.
Mr.
Who has a higher chance to
Angamoga,
be
yeah.
champions of their leagues? I mean, if he's league champions, I think Barca, yes. I think Liverpool also. But if you talk about Champions League, if I'm going to be honest, I think it's still Liverpool. I think when you look at Liverpool's whole squad, it's just they got it, man. You feel me? They got it. Lewandowski will leave for sure. We need a striker 26, 27. This is what I mean. I feel like also it would just be a swerve that no one would see coming. Because here's the things here, right? If Lewandowski leaves next season, everybody in world football is going to know that Barcelona needs a striker. So people are going to be putting they're going to be putting like the asking prices at a very, very high rate for striker next season. Because they're going to know Barcelona needs a striker. So if we can get this Isaac thing happen by deadline day, first of all, no club is going to be expecting Barca to do it. Let's be honest. That's when Mbappe went to PSG. No one expected PSG. No one expected him to go to PSG because Neymar had just joined PSG.
Mm.
You understand what I mean, right? That's why when they signed, everyone was like, "What? How are we able to sign Neymar and Mbappe in the same transfer window?" No one saw it. That's why it was easier for them to sign him because no one expected PSG to go and do it. And yeah, and then you only have Rashford. Nah, man. Dude, let me tell you something. I don't. Obviously, for me, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, bro, if I see Lewandowski go to Al Hilal and then I see Ferran Torres go to Newcastle and I don't hear the Isaac thing, I'm gonna be crashing out, man. You telling me Rashford is gonna be my striker? That's the only way.
I
I'm
will
gonna
be
be
there.
sitting
I
there
will be
like,
there.
listen,
I can't lie.
I
I will be
I
there for that.
I need to hear that Isaac is coming. I need to hear it. If I don't, if you guys have a few minutes to tell me that Isaac is on his way. You have a few minutes, bro, because if an hour hits and I don't hear an Isaac to Barcelona potentially, I'm going to crash out. You're telling me I have to deal with that? No, man. I
Listen,
mean,
man,
listen, man.
Rashford, I'll crash it.
Newcastle want him, bro. If Newcastle want him, they can have him, bro. They can have him. But here, listen, let's talk about the last topic before we get out of here. Right? We're talking about Valdemar right now, bro. Look, man, tell me what you think about Stuttgart, bro. What Stuttgart are doing? Let me tell you something, bro. Stuttgart are acting like bitches. This is no longer this is they're trolling you guys now.
Bro,
You know what they're doing? They're dangling Valdemar like this. They're dangling him like this, right? Oh yes, you can have it. Yeah, go have it. And then just about me about like, yep. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. Right? He's like, no, here it is, guys. Here, I swear, it's right here, it's right here. You want? That's what they're doing to you guys right now. Because they're like, bro, they're rejecting every deal because they're like, yo, we won this amount. We won 60 million.
yeah, but they're contradicting themselves. That's
That's
what
what
the
they said.
agent said
But
because like no, because they wanted initially they said 75. Okay, that actually first was 80, then it was 75. Then they were going to entertain negotiation with 65 million, and then all of a sudden now we give them 60 million, and they want to add the sell-on clause or whatever onto it, and their directors don't mind. However, their supervisory board did not approve it. So now, because their supervisory board did not approve it, they can't. They're not willing to, let the deal go through. And the agent's not happy. Voltemade is not happy. You have the agent calling out the Stuttgart and all. Bro, I'll be really honest. If I'm Bayern München, you did what you could. You know what I mean? It would have been better if you put 65, but let's be honest. You put 65, they're still going to say, no, I want 75. They made it clear. They want 75 million. So, like, to be honest, you were better off doing what you did anyway, if I'm being honest. And this is coming from a guy that's put your money on the table, right? So, listen, if it was up to me, move on. And all you can hope for now from Voltemade is he forces the move. Right. If he really wants Bayern, force the move. What would you have to lose? Look at what Isak's doing. Now he's probably going to get his move. Or if he doesn't perform well, you're going to go there. He'll go elsewhere and cook. Yeah? Voltemade, if I'm him, I force the move. Is it morally right? No, but let's be honest. We all know player power is a huge thing nowadays. We know it is, bro. So because we know player power is a huge thing nowadays, just do it, bro. What do you have to lose? You want Bayern this bad? You make sure that you listen. It would be funny if we play in that Super Cup and he has an utter shattering stinker. Because we play Stuttgart, by the way, and they gave us a deadline till the DFL Super Cup. Could you imagine if this guy actually performed a stinker, and now Stuttgart's like, you know what? Yeah, we'll let him go. Screw it. He doesn't look like he wants to be here, so we'll let him go. I wouldn't be shocked after all this. They go back on their word and they're like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna have to let this guy go. I wouldn't be shocked, by the way. I've thought about it now because why would they want to like lose out on Voltemade in the future when you can just cut your losses from now? To soften the blow a bit. So listen, if I'm Bayern, I move on and I go get. As I said, I know we're gonna want to go get Nkunku, so you may as well just put me out of my misery, just get it done, whatever. And not like I'm the biggest fan of it, but if it was up to me, Fofana or Nusa, get them. Maybe go get Nkunku and them, and then rely on the rest of the players being the youth like Kusia Sare, the Leonard Carls. If you want to bring Chavez in, cool. You want to bring in Wisdom Mike, cool. You have Luis Diaz. You have Gnabry still. Not like I rate him, but he's having for probably most likely another year because he's in his final year of his contract. Right. Yeah. Like, and let's focus on elsewhere because we're not trying to waste time in the last 15 days or 16 days of the window, personally. So yeah, that's what I would do. But I wouldn't be shocked if after the DFL Super Cup they go back on their word if Woltemade doesn't perform like he wants to be there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man.
I would not be shocked, bro.
Yeah, it's asking Eugene is asking, do you think Diaz would cook, and what do you think of him joining?
I think he will do an okay job. I wouldn't say he will cook. I mean, in that friendly, he missed two sitters. So
I hear it. I hear it. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, big up to every single one of you guys, man. Big up to every single one of you guys who have been here, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Yeah, man, listen, we're going to be closing now. Appreciate every single one of you guys who has been watching. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And yeah, man, listen, guys, this stream will be redirecting you all to Staffy TV. He's doing American Waffle right now. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my brother Staffy every single time. And yeah, man, appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And yeah, man, like I always say whenever I end these streams, guys, this guy Barca, this guy Catalonia. And peace, you guys. Take care.